Today's show is brought to you by Recon Techs of Springfield. On the corner of 8th and Black, your one-stop vehicle reconditioning center. Call 217-670-1132 and get yourself set up with a car detail that will make your car look better than it looks when it's new. A car detail is astounding. Recon Techs of Springfield. And how about getting yourself a coating, a car coating, tsunami coating that will make your car look fabulous. All you got to do is you won't even have to wax your car for the life of the coating. You get like a your coating. You don't have to wax your car. Just take it to the car wash and it looks fantastic. It comes out sparkling clean. Recon Techs, corner of 8th and Black. Call 217-670-1132 today. And Just Bet. That's right, Just Bet. They are beyond exterminated. Just Bet. They have beds of every size. You name it, they got it. They have all kinds of mattresses. Great brand, comfortable, feeling wonderful. Get it today. Get your Just Beds bed, whether it be full size, queen size, king size bed. Go there and pick out a bed. And then pay the money and go drive home. That's all you got to do. You don't have to trade a mattress all like a hillbilly. No. All you have to do is go home and deliver your bed. They deliver your bed. They comfort on that bed. You get Just Beds. They deliver it, they bring the bed in, they set it up, they even take down the old bed and they get rid of it. They get rid of your mattresses. If it's too dirty, they put it in Steve's land of lost mattresses. It's Just Beds. On the corner, they're right on 3120 Montvale Drive. 3120 Montvale Drive. Right off of going down Wabash, make it right. You're heading west on Wabash, make it right. At MTL Cafeteria. They're right behind you. It is Just that. Good morning, everybody. We are here. We are here. We are live. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning.
How are you? I'm sorry. Is that Bubba? Could be Bubba. I'm sorry. Is it Bubba? I couldn't call it.
No, it's not Bubba.
Is it Steve or is it Bubba?
No, not Bubba.
You do look a little Bubba-ish.
Nah.
Oh, man.
Just give it some time.
Dude, my back. I have hurt my back.
Oh, no.
It is Steve, it's so bad. The pain in my back is
no.
So I got to tell you, it is so intensely bad right now.
Oh.
I mean, it is horrible.
I've been,
just horrible.
And this is just what I've been having. I had even looked it up on the internet and just make sure it wasn't anything deathly. I've been having since probably about 4 o'clock this morning. I woke up. I thought it was a dream. Felt like there was a bumblebee thing in the back of my leg down by my ankle.
Yeah.
And I went, what the fuck? And woke me up. I took my sock down and felt there's nothing wrong. It's not hot or anything. Okay, so I pulled it back up. Now about every 10 minutes or so, I feel like there's something down there poking me. I looked it up on the internet, and it says something about some kind of a tendonitis or something.
You dreamed there was a bumblebee?
Well, I dreamt something jumped up and bit me. And I jumped under the covers. I thought it was a cat. And it does all the time. That's not as bad. But
And this is while you were sleeping?
yeah, it's woke me up. And I don't think I've been able to go back to sleep since then. I mean, I tried to, but next thing I knew, it was 7:00 or 6:39, and I thought, oh, I better wake up now because no Shelly didn't come in by me.
Well, I don't. Maybe you were bitten. Maybe you.
But I would like to thank any of those who, I don't know if you knew, sir, but I accidentally overslept on yesterday's show.
Oh, no, I didn't know.
Yeah, accidentally. Like 36 minutes.
Oh,
overslept.
God.
I want to thank all of those that messaged Robin and said she would come over and check on me. Because she did, of course, and I forgot.
How did you never oversleep? On the one day I was relying on you. That's when you overslept.
I want to say this right now in my defense. It's because there's no communication.
What do you mean?
I knew you had to. I knew you were having that thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't know whether you were going to be gone all day. Christina didn't say, "Hey, don't forget, it's just me and you Tuesday morning." She didn't say that.
You shouldn't have to.
I didn't know. I thought your thing was in the afternoon on Tuesday. I knew you had to go on Tuesday.
She should. She shouldn't have to say anything like that to you.
Well, that's why I didn't. Okay, I woke up and I went pee, and usually I just stay up. I find something to do. I play games, watch TV. Maybe sometimes I smoke a little bit, and then I'm good. It's time for the show. But yesterday, for some reason, I pulled the blanket back over me and got all nice and toasty warm. Next thing I know, I was like, "Oh fuck!" I jumped up and I ran from the bedroom into the office and turned on the computer, and I was so
you made Christina go by herself for 36 minutes. I mean, I would have kicked your ass if I had to go by myself for 36 minutes. That's insane. It shouldn't matter. You should just,
Oh, Lord. Like you've never been late?
Mm-hmm. How embarrassing.
I know. I didn't oversleep today, though. I've been sitting here. Then I'm sitting there. The link gets sent out. And I'm sitting there. And I'm looking at Christina's office. And then all of a sudden it goes blank again. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm here. And they're making me fucking.
Oh, you were really something.
I didn't say she didn't. I wasn't sure if you had been informed.
By the way, Katie says your problem could be neuropathy.
I'm probably thinking that.
Your nerves are being screwy. You'll get sensations like that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
They just started. That's first time. Yeah, so that's what I kind of thought too. I thought it was some kind of
what causes neuropathy?
My fat, diabetes.
Really? I'm a proud member of the 300 Club. Are you still in the 300 Club, or have you grown out of it?
I'm still in the 300 Club. I'm in the high 300 Club. I teeter. I'm trying to stay on. Now my problem is once the fall or winter get here, then it'll be all out the door. Then I'll probably fall back. I'll go fall out of the 300 Club. But
I am in the 300 Club specifically.
Oh yeah, you should. Yeah, I would. I'm sure you are.
I am into it. This is as high as I'll be. And I'll be dropping down soon. Dropping down soon. Oh, well. Good morning, everybody. Here we are. We are live. I see Dan and Christina are, it says they're powerless.
Yeah.
Oh, no. What's the problem today?
We got new telephone poles put in the yard yesterday, or was it Monday? Anyway, and now they're coming to switch all the lines over, so they had to cut our power to do it.
Oh, no. So when's it going to be back on?
Probably around 11, they said.
Oh.
So you have no air conditioning, no lights, no
Wi-Fi.
No, nothing.
Oh, shit. You should have told them, no, you can't do it. You don't do it. Don't put the pole up until you can fucking transfer the power over.
Well, they can't do that. They got to move the transformer too and run new line because they're changing out the type of line they're using.
Oh.
God.
So they had the new pole set and the new lines on the ground. They just needed to shut the power off so they can connect them.
Yeah.
God, they should be more prepared. They shouldn't have to shut your power down. You know what I mean? They should have to shut it down for just minutes.
Well, if they were doing just us, they probably could, but they're doing down our driveway, then down the road, then down that road to the substation.
Right. Yeah.
But how many people are affected?
Probably a dozen.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that you guys are one of them affected.
Yeah, at least they warned us that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
We thought it was going to be. We figured it'd be later in the day from what they were saying the other day, but they got out earlier.
You know, like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when people are sleeping, you know, when no lights are on and other than air conditioners.
Yeah.
That'd be nice,
but they didn't want to do it on a day that I work from home, so today would probably be best.
Right. That's true. Wouldn't fuck with that. I'd be pissed.
I had my meeting yesterday.
Oh, that's good.
yes.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Like I said, I'm in the 300 club.
Yay.
Which is wonderful. And I think I weigh less than Steve. I'm pretty sure I do.
I'm pretty positive of that.
Yeah. And I'm shrinking even more so. But it won't be long until the shrink starts happening every day.
Well, if you ever pass me, I'm going to be pissed and I'm going to sabotage your diet.
I think it'd be a lot, but you're what? What do you like? You're in a 100 club, right?
The high end of the 100 club.
Yeah. So I don't know I think I would be shocked if I could get down into there. It'd be great. It would be great if I could. But we'll see. Wouldn't it be cool if I can get down to like 165 or something?
That's what I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
I think you're too tall for that.
Yeah, you know.
What's perfect weight for 5'10"?
Oh.
190, 200.
It'd be nice to be around.
I wouldn't know.
190 would be nice.
I haven't been under 200 since 6th grade. So
I was 190 as a freshman in high school.
Oh, hell. I was 252 with a freshman in high school. That's why I played ball. That's why I started varsity. Because I was they only had 4 big guys, and I was one of them. So, you know, our line consisted of, I was about 250, and then the guard was about 230, and center was about 260. And then the same way went the other way, too. So.
Bunch of fat guys.
Exactly.
So they couldn't have muscular guys back then. They just had fat guys.
Yeah.
Well,
we didn't have to run very far. That was a good thing.
Well, yeah.
More than 5 yards is too far for me.
But But Fat 420 says he's in the 420 club.
Well, I've always been. Well, I've been in the 420 club.
Oh, I hope I'm smaller than Fat 420. That would be awesome.
Oh,
because that means I'm smaller than Steve. I'm smaller than Sean Balint. Smaller than Fat 420. Oh my God, that's glorious.
Oh, you're definitely smaller than Bubba.
Oh, also, my liquid diet does not start until Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the 26th. That's when it starts. So that's why I'm having Rice Krispies for breakfast. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
How about that, buddy? Mm-hmm. So I'm feeling good.
That's
good.
Fat
420 says, nope, Fat 420, I haven't passed you yet, buddy. Nope, I'm still bigger than Fat 420. But I'm getting there.
I always wondered about that. Was his name due to his recreational herbology, or was that him declaring his weight?
No,
I never
Fat
knew.
420 got his nickname because
he's fat.
He used to call the show when we were syndicated. He would call the show, and he would always say how he would take care of Jimmy. He's like, yeah, I'll front you, Jimmy. I'll front you. But Jimmy never paid. He fronted Jimmy, but Jimmy never paid him back. So I called him Fat 420 because he was always talking to Jimmy about weed and how Jimmy never paid him back when he fronted him. And that's literally how Fat 420 got his nickname. So he's been that since 2000, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how he got the nickname on the show. I'll be damned. Those are great calls. If you listen, sometimes I think this week's classic episodes are right around 2000. So you'll be listening to the show and Fat 420 will call in. You'll just hear him call in and say, hey, Jimmy, I'll front you. And I go, hey, it's Fat 420. And he's had that nickname for as long as, I've never called him Mike or I've never called him anything with, I've just always called him Fat 420. I'll be damned. Yeah. So I'm very happy. Very happy. I'm very happy that I think I'm going to pass. I'm happy that I passed Steve, but I think I'm going to pass Sean too. That makes me very happy. Very, very happy. But my back is hurt. It's the right side of my lower. Remember how my left side was hurting for all those months?
Yeah.
Now it's the right side of my back. And I'm telling you, man, it is crippling. I couldn't walk to get in here from my bedroom. I couldn't stand up. And then when I stood up, I was like, I had to bend down.
All right. Yeah.
To stand up, like bend down and sort of stretch it.
Yeah.
And then I tried to walk and it's excruciating. I'm not sure what I did, but man, it feels bad. It really feels bad. It's really screwed up, man. I have totally roached my back. I don't know what I did. I heard it this weekend sleeping. Somehow I was sleeping and I did something while sleeping and I woke up and it was sore. I was like, oh, what the hell? And then I went and worked out on it Monday.
Oh.
And I got done working out and it was like excruciating. I'm like, what have I done? And then I came home and tried to rest. And I woke up from the nap I took after I worked out Monday. I woke up from the nap and it was just excruciating. And it is never
way too hard.
Yeah. I don't know what I did, but it just, man, I'm trying to loosen it up and it just won't. So I don't know. It's really, really really hurting. So please forgive me if please forgive. I've been wanting to talk about that damn Deadpool movie. For months. And the concession shows tonight when we're going to talk about it, but I'm really in a lot of pain.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll see how I feel, but I feel like shit right now. But I'm glad to be back. It's glad to be back on the air, guys. Had a good appointment yesterday. Went over all the stuff I can and can't eat.
Did you ask about popsicles?
I can, but I'm not gonna have them. I can have a popsicle, but I'm not.
Okay.
Save it for Steve's butthole.
Oh,
I got to drink 4 protein drinks a day.
Wow.
So I think I'm going to stick to protein drinks. And we did get oatmeal. We did get oatmeal on a liquid diet. So I think I'm going to have protein drinks and oatmeal or cream of wheat. But there's no soups on this.
that sucks.
Yeah, 'cause soups have solid materials. You should ask for broth.
Well, I know, but there's no hot. I can't have any hot, because broth is hot and salty and,
Right.
I can't have any of that.
So am I most of the time.
I can't have any hot savory thing. Like there's not even tomato soup is not even on the
Oh wow.
I can't even have tomato soup. And that's last time I was on this, I lived on tomato soup and it just sucks. Oh well.
And how long is that for? That's till surgery?
Yeah. I got to do so many days. I don't know what the hell it is. 20 days or just sucks. But we do have a lot to talk about today.
Oh, really?
And we'll get a little Jason says, "Has your insurance approved the procedure?" Yes, my insurance company has approved it. My insurance company originally approved the procedure for 2025. Okay. Christina knows this, Sarah, but I'll have to share. Just, she'll have to, my insurance company said it was okay for 2025, and I appealed. And I had to appeal it, and then I won the appeal. So we were able to get it in August. Because originally they wanted to do it. The original date was July or June. And then the insurance company said, no, the earliest we'll approve it is 2025. And I got pissed off. And then we appealed it to the insurance company. And then they approved it for August. So, yeah. So at least it'll be done.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
So, we'll get we'll have the surgery on August 12th. And then they're talking about how quick the weight's going to come off. And the sad thing though is, like they've already told me while on the liquid diet, I can do 20 minutes of exercise. And they don't want me, there's no sweating.
No sweating?
Yeah, like they don't want me to go hard enough to sweat.
Oh, to the loss of fluid.
Yeah.
I'm afraid you're dehydrated.
Yeah, it's just crazy. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. The good news is the surgery is going to happen August 12th. And the whole thing is, like Holly says about my dehydration. Yeah, that's the big worry is dehydration.
Right.
But that's the big worry now because when I dehydrate, I get constipated.
Oh. That's not good at all. Yeah.
I don't like being constipated.
Oh, nobody does. Nobody does.
Mm-hmm. Fat420 says he has to lose 150 pounds before he can get knee replacement surgery. Dude, that's what started this whole thing for me. What started this whole thing for me was knee replacement because my knees are so bad. But it's not the knees that are preventing me from walking today. It's my back. Of course, I was put in a wheelchair. You guys remember this?
Oh, yeah.
I was put in a wheelchair and they told me, my knee doctor said, yeah, your knees are shot. You cannot walk. I said, yeah, I know. I'm in the wheelchair. And I said, don't worry, I'm going to lose the weight. And he goes, your knees are so bad, you could weigh 150 pounds. You're still not going to be able to walk. But all I know is I was over 400 pounds and I started walking again. And it was painful, but I could walk. And once I got out of that wheelchair, I'm like, I'm never going back in that fucker. And then yesterday, of course, my back hurt so much, my poor wife had to push me in a wheelchair. So,
wow. Now her back hurts.
Yeah. No doubt.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, Cindy says she needs to lose 35 pounds for knee replacement. I'll tell you, you can get on like that Manjaro or Ozempic, and one of those you can lose 35 pounds. Mm-hmm.
They told me that I shouldn't try to even consider a knee replacement. I don't know if it's. I think it has to do with the fact that VA doesn't want to pay for it.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
Here's some injections and go sit down.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, if the injections help, why not? Because the injections help me when I get them.
Yeah. Well, they did something because I've been able to ride my bike ever since.
Mm-hmm. The injections feel pretty good. I'll tell you what. Yeah, oh, man, my back is so bad. It's really, really bad. I don't know what I'm going to do.
You might have like subconsciously overcompensated for the other bad side and made the new side worse.
You're right. Yeah, it might be something like that, but it's really, really bad. So I don't know. My wife is going to try to massage it tonight or something. She's finally home. I'm finally a full-time husband again.
Oh, you have a wife again? Yay.
I don't know for how long. I have no idea. Christina will know before me.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. She'll know before me.
Well, care protocol has to be established before she can leave. So,
Yeah. So that's how I always find out. Christina will go, "Oh, I'll be taking care of you." I'll go, "What?"
You find out when Christina walks in the door.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
That's what happens.
I'm on Ray duty.
Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah, but a couple of things I want to talk about. First thing, they released that video. Steve, did you see the video of the sheriff's deputy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, they released the video. We have a new presidential candidate. We have the USA Olympic men's team went undefeated in all their exhibition games up to the Olympics.
Yeah.
The women's team won yesterday.
Olympics start tomorrow, don't they?
The Olympics get started, yeah.
I think opening ceremonies are tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is it tomorrow? I didn't know if it was tomorrow or Friday, but
26th, isn't it?
Yeah, 26th Friday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And LeBron James and Coco Gauff are the ones carrying the flag.
Oh.
So it's going to be cool. It's going to be very cool. the Olympics. I'm very excited about, I'm excited about watching the Olympics.
Snoop Dogg gonna light the torch.
What?
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
I think he's lighting a different torch, Steve.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is lighting a torch.
That's what I saw on Google. Snoop Dogg was gonna light the Olympic torch.
He's going to light the torch, and then he's going to stick his face and then light his blunt off of that.
Yeah.
He's
I
gonna
think
light one. He's gonna light.
I like the Olympics. I especially like the Summer Olympics because, beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Beach volleyball is back.
Summer Olympics have basketball, they have the beach volleyball, they have wrestling, they have all the sprinting, all that stuff. They have gymnastics,
Archery.
yeah, and all the water sport. They have the swimming, the diving. Yep. They have all that stuff. The Summer Olympics is fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, the Winter Olympics are pretty boring because it's all skiing or ice skating.
Yeah, stuff you can do outside in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't they also have the equestrian stuff in the summer?
Yeah, they have everything is in the Summer Olympics.
Yeah, the equestrian, the bikes,
soccer,
the speed skating. Yeah. You know what they have? You know what they have coming this year for the Summer Olympics?
What?
Breakdancing.
Yeah, they also have flag football. They have breakdancing, flag football, and this is the first year they've ever had it. So all this stuff is happening.
Wow.
The Winter Olympics don't have shit. The Winter Olympics are so boring, but the Summer Olympics are fantastic. I can't wait.
I think for the next Winter Olympics, they need to hold them here, and the contest is going to be which team can plow my driveway the fastest.
Well, I mean, with Winter Olympics, you have hockey. You have hockey, figure skating, skiing. They do that thing where they ski and they jump. I can't remember what that's called.
Yeah.
The Alpine.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They
ski jumping.
They ski down that big hill and then they
slalom and giant mountain.
I think the big jump is called the Alpine.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just they're boring. They're boring. The Winter Olympics are boring.
I like watching the figure skating because that shit's amazing to watch.
But the Summer Olympics are, I mean, oh my God, there's so much. And the gymnastics will be, everybody's going to watch that gymnastic. They're always, always popular.
I think my goal in life is to be a cameraman for the beach volleyball tournament.
Yeah, the beach volleyball women are great. Plus they have golf, tennis, basketball. They have stuff that is really amazing on the Summer Olympics. It's just going to be fantastic.
I never could figure out why they did the gymnastics in the Summer Olympics because you do that stuff inside.
Yeah.
They should make it a Winter Olympic because all the Summer Olympic stuff is outside things to do.
Yeah.
Same way with basketball.
Basketball's inside.
Yeah.
Inside sport.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It just, it seems like all the good sports.
Right.
All the good sports are in Summer Olympics. But it's so crowded. This is the one that you got to watch,
Oh,
and I guess Peacock's going to have 24 hours of stuff going.
Yeah.
And they'll have it broken up. So, like, if you want to watch the cycling, it's on at this time. It streams at this time. And if there's going to be very few things to watch live, but everything's going to be streamed. So you just pick what time you want to watch what. And
there's going to be, like, for example, there's going to be events that they run in Paris during the day.
Yep.
Those will air. They'll air here live, like in the afternoon, because Paris is 7 or 8 hours ahead of us. So, but they've moved up the like the basketball games. They're not doing the basketball games at like 8 o'clock Paris time, because then those wouldn't air here until like, in the morning or something. So they moved up the start times in Paris. Like For some reason, the basketball stuff is going to be taking place at like 2 in the afternoon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon or noon. So they'll air live here at like 7 or 8.
Oh.
So yeah, they're sort of fluctuating on times like that, which will be, because that way it's not too late Paris time,
Right.
but it'll land perfectly for,
Yeah, the more popular sports like basketball and things like that, they want to stream live when people watch them, so that they're not getting spoiled by news reports.
Yeah, because they have paid. You got to remember the television networks have paid billions of dollars in order to air the Olympics.
Yeah.
So they spend all that money. They sure as hell don't want to. When they have the Olympics in like China or Japan or something like that, it always fucks up the time zone because they're so far ahead of us, or so far, the distance is so great time wise. So, but Paris is ahead of us, but not as much as, what we're used to in the Asian countries. So thank
When
God.
they did China, it was Thursday there. It was still Friday here.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just,
or still Wednesday here. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
And yes, I'm sorry. People magazine say, right here, Snoop Dogg has been selected to be the final torchbearer before the opening ceremonies on Friday, July 26th.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a fine example of our country.
Good old Snoop Dogg.
We're going to blaze it. We're going to blaze it in Paris, baby.
I wonder if he lights it with a doob.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's or if he lights a doob from it.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh, that would be awesome.
When it comes time to hand him the torch, they're going to put the torch away and just hand him a gigantic fatty. He's going to be carrying a big blazing doob.
I think it's great. Very cool. I see good old Irene Beanie's back.
Hey.
Irene.
Thank God for Irene.
Big question for Irene. Are we still sober?
Here's my big question. Here's my big question for Irene.
I knew you were going to do that.
Here we go.
How them titties doing?
I knew he was going to do that. Anyway, back to the important question, Irene. Are you still sober? We got to know.
I'm sure
Yeah.
she is. Yeah, she says yes. Yes, she's sober.
Right? Fuck it on. How many days?
That's
Like
awesome.
a million now.
She says still sober. Good for her.
Way to go.
Yay.
Way to go, Irene. And how those titties, Irene? That's what Steve and I have the important question.
Yeah, Ray wants to know one thing. How's the right titty? Steve wants to know one thing. How's the left titty?
Yeah, we just want to make sure they're okay.
I bet she looks so fucking hot now.
Yeah, she's losing weight and stuff. God damn, I
Yeah.
bet she's getting super hot. You have to send us some nudes, Irene, so we can judge.
Oh, Lord.
And let you know what we think. Irene has been sober for 171 days.
Oh, yeah.
That
Right
is awesome.
on.
If Steve could go one day of sobriety,
Not happening. We've seen
We
what
don't
happens.
want it to happen.
We've seen what happens to him when he's out of weed for a day or two.
Steve is never to be sober.
No,
I can't handle sober Steve. No.
if that's what sober Steve is like, then he must have been an absolute dick before he discovered pot.
good old sober Steve. Like I said, we get sober Steve. We get it like once a month for like 2 days when he runs out of money and he can't afford weed.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah, but way to go, Irene. I'm proud of you. I bet you're looking fantastic. She's been
I
working
bet she
out, doing
is.
rehab and stuff. Good for her. But some people eat, when they lose weight and stuff, or they stop drinking, they start eating.
Yeah, they pick up a new addiction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard to maintain your weight when you quit smoking.
Yeah.
Place a habit with another one.
Yeah.
Yep. Your brain tells you I got to do something, and if I can't do this, I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
That's how the biggin got going, right? The biggin tried to stop smoking, and or no, the biggin said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna smoke and eat and
Hell yeah.
do drugs and
Long live the biggin.
yeah, all that stuff." I'll be damned. Well, I'll come.
Bring me a box of them Twinkies, boy.
Do you think the biggin had servants? Did the biggin have servants?
Well, yeah, Elliot.
Hell
She
yeah.
she had one of those guys in a loincloth with a big palm leaf on a stick,
Yeah.
fanning her.
Fan me, you son of a bitch! Fan me.
And instead of holding grapes over her mouth, they were holding those fucking chocolate covered cherries.
They had pork chops.
There you go.
Bring me a pork chop.
And then there was some dude off to the side that would light her cigarette and hold it up to her mouth.
Hell yeah.
I'll be
She
damned.
was living the good life. What the hell?
Way to go, biggin.
If that's how it works, then I think sign me up for the Biggin program.
Okay.
Make you fan me and feed me and
I do that anyway.
change my dependence.
So you want to become the biggin?
If that's what Biggin life is like, then I'll take it.
It ain't. I can tell you that.
You're not going to allow Christina to become the biggin again. You were the one that's going to become the biggin.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'll be the new Big D.
There you go.
Good God.
A bunch of us are losing weight. I'm wondering when it's going to be Steve's time to lose the weight. I'm
When he
wondering.
has a heart attack.
The problem with, well, you've already done that and it didn't help.
The day he dies and starts decomposing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
His
day
problem
you guys
is-
bugs start eating him, that's when he's going to finally drop it.
He does his shopping while he's high, so he's got the munchies, so everything looks good, and he loads up his shopping cart.
And then blows up my fucking trunk. Good God.
Well, not anymore.
So what happened, Steve? You went and picked up your own groceries last week. Is that what happened? Like, I know that you used to have Christina pick up your groceries.
Yeah.
But last week you went and got them yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I picked them up myself.
And how was that?
Pretty uneventful, really.
Okay, but I just want to get this straight. Why did you have Christina pick up your groceries? Because you didn't have a car?
Yeah. For a while. Yeah. I didn't, from March till July, I didn't have a vehicle.
So now you have a vehicle.
So
and you
when Christina was in town, I said, hey, could you just stop here on your way home?
Yeah.
She really doesn't go by my home. She just gets off the same. Well, she doesn't even have to get off at the same exit, I suppose. She doesn't want to.
I just want to point out that I had to buy Christina a wagon to carry Steve's groceries.
So they're saying carrying them into the house was the problem?
Yeah,
Well,
because I was making 2 and 3 trips.
How did you carry them into the house this week, Steve?
She carried them in.
Wait,
He left him in his truck.
I brought him in his bag because I could put it in my wagon.
oh boy.
All two of them.
I put a couple. I brought a couple 3 bags in my little carrier.
Probably the bag that had the ho-hos and the Twinkies and all that shit, so he could hide them before I got there.
So you brought in. So you brought in a couple things of groceries.
Yeah,
And then you left the rest like in the back of your truck?
No, they were inside the truck.
And then you had Christina get them?
I knew she was down there. She was on her way.
So let's be clear about the bags. You had a couple bags of groceries and a bag of Taco Bell. Is that what that was?
Oh no, he had the Taco Bell down before he got there.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
I ate Taco Bell. I said, "God damn it!" I went to pick up my groceries. What did I do? I went to pick up my groceries.
Yeah.
I did a lot of things that day.
Yes, you
I
did.
went by Holly's house and saw her for a little bit. I picked up my groceries, and then I went to Taco Bell, and I had time because I didn't want to, I didn't want to get back to my house too early. And then Christina's piece, it's gonna be a couple hours, so I had some time.
So you didn't get ice cream. So there was no ice cream in your order?
No, I just got Taco Bell. I got a number 1 beef with an extra bean burrito, which is the number 1 is a soft taco supreme and a burrito supreme and a Pepsi, and I had an extra burrito.
You got a regular Pepsi, not a diet?
No, I had to have a regular. I drink diet all the time. I had to have a regular Pepsi. When I go to Taco Bell, I have to have a regular Pepsi. There's something about Taco Bell and Pepsi. Anywhere else, I could just drink water, but Taco Bell I have to have Pepsi. McDonald's, I can drink Coke. I prefer Sprite, though.
There's just something about Taco Bell. You have to have a soda with it. You can't drink water.
Yeah.
I never eat Taco Bell. I don't know.
And so
you want cleaned out for your diet? Eat some Taco Bell. It'll take care of you.
Yeah.
I've never eaten one.
Yeah.
I just don't remember having any of it.
Steve, you had some free time on your hands Friday, did you?
No, I didn't have any free. I had a little bit of free time, and
What did you do after you hit up Taco Bell?
I wanted to enjoy my lunch. I don't like driving and eating because it gets all over you and everything else. And I really didn't want to eat at home, bring it all home and eat it at home. So I just thought I'd stop by the park and sit in the park, go down. I wanted to go down by the river because, I was trying to retrace Bubba's tracks when he lived in the van down by the river and got that DVD shit.
Well, you look like him, so why wouldn't you? Why would you want to go down there?
So where'd
you go?
I went down to Riverside Park and ate my lunch.
You went to Riverside Park, you ate more than your lunch.
So let me see. You went to Riverside Park.
Yeah. You know what that is, yeah.
Yeah. I've never been there.
A single male by himself cruising Riverside Park.
Did you see a lot of other single males, Steve?
I saw a lot of single males.
Isn't Riverside Park?
I saw this one old man in a white van kept driving by looking at me. What the hell do you want, dude?
Isn't Riverside Park the park that men go to
hook up? Yes.
Yeah, isn't it the cruise park?
Yes,
I didn't know that. Nobody's over that shit.
So,
that's where men go shopping.
I thought there was a lot of guys going down the river to fish. Why are there so many
guys? They're fishing, all right.
Yeah, they're after you.
That's all I saw. I didn't see any women. I saw all guys. Like I said, the old man in the white van, he charged because he kept driving by looking at him.
Or in your case, fishing for Vienna sausage. But
yeah.
I was sitting right by the garbage can because I didn't want litter. So I wasn't littering.
Is it? But I mean, seriously, isn't Riverside Park the one that?
Yes, it is. Once they all got kicked out of Douglas Park, so they took over Riverside Park.
Douglas downtown, but I think that was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
now
they ran everybody off, and then they changed the name of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they hang out down there. Yeah, and Steve's telling me this on Friday. He's like, yeah, I went to Riverside Park, and I'm like, what were you doing there, Steve? And he just gave me this look. I'm like, you know who hangs out there? He's like, no. I go, and I was like, think about it, Steve. Did you see any women the entire time you were there? Did you see any women in that park? No. I said, it was all single guys, wasn't it? And he said, now that you say that, yeah.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't believe her, and she drove me through there one day. I have become a believer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've never been to Riverside Park, but I've heard that
There's a lot of trails that lead back
Where
into the woods.
is Riverside? How do you get there? Isn't it off of
North Peoria Road.
Yeah, North.
Yeah.
So it's if you're coming from Sherman, I guess it
You
would
gotta-
be easy to get there. Yeah.
Yeah, you got
right
to
on the-
cut south through Sherman. It'll be on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It always floods when the river's out. It always floods.
Yep.
Steve's gonna be hanging out there all the time now. Watch.
Now that he knows the secret.
Yep.
I got Taco Bell.
Well, I've been
Okay.
I've been there before. I've been there when I had the other truck. I would have down in the mud one time, down in the way down by the river one time.
You do some
Steve-
mud.
Oh,
You go to
I'm sure he's
do some mud.
he was mudding all right. I'm sure he was taking the muddy trail.
Look at that. I had no idea.
You take the old dirt road, Steve?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't do that in this truck, but this truck's not 4-wheel drive. It might be fun though in the mud. I bet I could slide around.
Yeah, I'm sure you can slide around on the old dirt road, Steve.
So you drove down and some old dude was driving around looking at you all the time. Is that
Well,
was
there
that
was
what-
not just one old dude. There were several guys. Then there was a guy that pulled up across from me that had a dog and was playing with his dog.
was he topless while playing with the dog?
How do you know?
I'm just asking. So he came out topless and was playing with his
Well,
dog.
he had shorts on. Had a pair of shorts on.
Were
It
they
wasn't-
denim?
No, I think they
Did he
were.
ask you to come pet his dog?
I think
He
they were
just wanted to
like
make sure
blue.
that Steve could see his
He was a good-looking guy. He wasn't
Yeah.
fat. I mean, he didn't look like me. That's for sure. You know, he could go with his shirt off, no problem.
Nice, Steve. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at my dog.
Look at my dong.
You want to come pet my puppy?
Yep.
Good Lord.
So he was playing with his dog while shirtless.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was eating.
So, do you drive around Riverside Park with a 20-pack of soft tacos and ring the bell like the ice cream guy?
That's a good idea, though.
The idea.
That's a good idea.
God damn it.
Just see him holding the box out the door and ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh God.
I always wanted to be an ice cream man, you know. I was the one that had one of those ice cream vans and
Of course.
drive around. Drive around. Ice cream man, ice cream man.
I
Yeah, he wants
actually
kids
did that
chasing him.
as a side job for a while, several years ago. They had the ice cream
sold
truck
ice cream?
shop. Yeah, I was the ice cream man.
Yeah.
They had a shop in Rochester, and on weekends I would go and pick up a truck at like 6 a.m. and get my assigned neighborhood, and I would take off and come back about noon when the sale stopped.
Look at that.
And see, I'd be one of those that stop and see those little kids running, and I'd take off and drive.
Wait.
Right down the
Wait till they get almost caught up to the truck and then floor.
Ice cream man, ice cream man, ice cream man. Where's
Come
the
back.
ice cream man? I could see Steve. I could imagine Steve doing this now. Oh, man.
It was not a bad gig. I mean, there were some Saturdays when I came home with a couple $100.
Nothing wrong with that.
Good Lord.
It just depends on the neighborhood.
Way to go, Steve Areno.
Sorry, I was thinking of the Eddie Murphy skit that he did on his Delirious. With the ice cream man.
Hey, let me know if you guys
You
can hear
can't
this.
go to ice cream because your mama's an alcoholic.
DA sent me a clip. DA sent me a clip. Let me know if you guys can hear this. I don't know if you can hear this or not, but could you guys hear that?
No.
Damn. Okay.
I heard a burst of static right at the end, and that was it.
Let me see if I gotta share it in order for you guys to hear it. Yeah, in order to have that good sex, they would have to enter through.
The back door is going to be the quickest.
You guys can't hear it at all?
Yeah,
We heard it that time.
we
Oh,
heard
you
that.
heard it. So that's so. In order for you guys to hear it, I got to share the screen. All right. That's cool. I wanted to figure out how I can. I just wanted to figure out how I can play them, and that's it. I gotta.
Oh.
So I have to actually. Oh, that's good to know. All right.
Surprise!
Yeah.
You learned something today.
Yeah. I figured something out. Makes me very, very happy.
Yeah.
All right. So let me take a second. Let's take a second because I've been wanting to talk about this, but I've been gone. Can we talk about that video, Steve? Did you watch the video of the Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy?
Yes, I did.
Yep.
I
Can I
see that
make a
video.
request before you get started?
Yeah.
I regardless of what your opinion is, keep it civil.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking to everybody on the screen and in the chat. If you're welcome to share your opinion, but keep it civil. So, all right, go ahead.
I thought, listen, the first thing, by the way, the first thing that got me about that is that the guy who did the shooting, he didn't have his body cam on.
Oh.
Nope.
He didn't even turn it on until after he shot her.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The other deputy had his body cam on. That's how we got the video.
Yeah. There are some body cams that don't record at all unless you activate them.
Right.
There are others that will, like they are constantly taking in images without audio and storing them. And then when you push the activate button, it'll put the last 30 seconds of what it saw onto whatever you're recording now. Regardless, when you step out of the car, you're supposed to turn that thing on. The other guy had his on. This dude did not.
Right.
The same guy also, before he even entered the home, when they were knocking to get the woman to come to the door, there were comments that he made.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard the comments, I'm like, oh my God. So he's coming in with a bias. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of them, what did he say? I caught.
We've watched his video.
I've gone over this with a fine tooth comb. Like,
What about you better hide your drugs?
Yeah, he said, he goes, she's in there hiding drugs or whatever it was, right?
Oh yeah, he was agitated because it took her forever to get to the door, and finally he yells at her. He said, "Are you coming to the door or not?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Okay, hurry up." And you could hear it in his voice. He was already agitated.
Yeah. He's agitated, and then he says stuff like, "Oh, you got time to hide the drugs or whatever."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And by the way, she was sort of she did seem a little.
Yeah.
Looked like she was sleeping or something. She seemed a little scrambled or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was something going on. And then all she did was they said, what's on the stove? And she goes, a pot of boiling water. He goes, well, take the water off the stove. Okay. Take the water off the stove. So he tells her to take the water off the stove. And the woman's taking the water off the stove. And then, I mean, because I've watched it over and over, and I'm like, why the hell did he shoot her? And he said, what he said is he thought she was going to throw the water at him.
Yeah.
She did.
She did throw the pot.
Yeah, we watched it in slow motion and zoomed in on it. And you can see, not on the other guy's camera, but on the shooter's camera, you can actually see when he pulls his gun, she drops to the floor and covers her head. Then she stands up and grabs the pot and throws it.
Well, goddamn, if somebody was shooting at me, I might try to do anything.
And that's my
Yeah.
point. She was in fear for her life.
Yeah.
She went into
She was scared
self-preservation mode.
shitless.
But I'm saying that he claimed he shot her because she was going to throw the water on him.
Yeah.
That was not, I mean, I just didn't see it. I didn't see it. Before he
Yeah.
shot, I saw nothing.
Yeah, she
And
did throw the pot.
Here's my thing. If they would have never drew,
Go ahead, Steve.
I heard him say I wasn't going to take a pot of boiling water to the face.
Yeah.
You know how you do that? You step to the
What?
left.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's what was the word I was using the other night? Anyway, that's the escalation of force. Somebody comes at you with bare fist, you use a stick. Somebody comes at you with a stick, you use a taser. Somebody comes after me with a pot of water, I'll step to the left. They've now used everything they had,
Yeah.
and I don't need to use lethal force.
Yeah.
All he had to do was step back or step to the left.
Yeah.
Well, the statement made by, I want to say the DA, the statement made was they've got a taser. They have a taser on their person all the time. Why didn't he use the taser?
Exactly.
And the other thing is the other cop, the guy whose body cameras record, you could tell he was freaked out because he was like,
Oh, yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah.
you could tell when he went out to his car to clean himself up. It sounded like he was crying. He was very upset.
Yeah.
When he
He was shaking.
standing
Sounded like he
his
was
trunk,
crying.
he was shaking.
Mhm.
He's the one who immediately went to get, he wanted to immediately go and get.
No, don't get it.
first aid
It's a
pack.
headshot. She's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
And then
and
that
the other
then
cop
that
stopped him.
arrogant prick was, no, you don't come back from a shot like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's something else that gets me. He told her beforehand, I'm going to shoot you in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he fucking did.
Yeah.
It was the way he spoke to her the
Yeah.
entire time. Just
And my personal opinion, she would still be alive if he hadn't drawn his gun, because that's what scared her and put her into self-defense
Oh, yeah.
mode.
yes.
He drew his gun and approached her.
there was no fucking reason for him to draw his gun
Nope.
at all.
Nope.
She was not a threat.
I watched it. I wondered what had happened. I wonder what had happened because I had heard the charges and stuff before I watched the video, and they got him on murder one, and I was like, oh shit, now I gotta watch this to see. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, I gotta see what really happened. What something happened to freak out this cop to do this, right?
That's what got me because I wasn't gonna watch it, and then I was like, you know what? I was like, I have to watch it because I want to see what triggered him to do what he did. And just watching it, it made me sick. I got so emotional and so pissed off.
And you watch it, and there was nothing. And then when I watched it, I said, damn right, they should have charged him for murder. It was, there was no other, I didn't get it. I've watched it several times.
He was itching for trouble when he got out of the car.
Yeah, I didn't see any reason why he would shoot her. And now, by the way, who was it last week? Somebody, was it Big D or somebody that said that this is going to go national?
Oh,
yeah.
Somebody on the show said it'll go national. And I'll tell you what, they hit it right on the head because this video has gone.
Yeah.
This video has gone all over the place. I got it. Last night, of course, everybody knows I watched TikTok. And I counted. On TikTok last night, in an hour I was on there, I saw 36 different versions of that video.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that all started within hours of the release.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw there
all over
4 or 5 lives.
It's all over Reddit. I went on Reddit to look at my sexy naked MILF photos.
Oh, good Lord.
And all I kept seeing was video from Springfield, Illinois.
Yeah.
Video from Springfield, Illinois. And so it's all over Reddit. It's all over TikTok. It's all over Twitter. CNN is sharing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huffington Post is sharing it. CBS is sharing it. NBC is sharing it.
It's one of the top stories beyond Biden.
Yeah, it's like story number 2 under the political stuff. And Caddy made a point earlier. This lady's family said she had mental problems.
Yeah.
And then
you could clearly tell that just from watching the video.
Yeah.
She had mental health issues. And he even asked her, and I caught this during the video. He even asked her,
right there.
They were getting ready to leave. They hadn't even gone in the house yet. And he asked her, "Are you doing all right mentally?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm taking my medicine and stuff." And she said, "I love y'all. Thank y'all."
Yeah.
So he noticed there was
Oh, yeah.
something off.
He could tell there was something. She was agitated, and it was at night, and like she couldn't find her. She's trying to go through her stuff because he's saying, "I want to see your ID," and she's going, "Well, hold on, I'll find it."
Yep,
Let
I
me
gotta
find the
find my
paperwork. Let
paperwork.
me find the paperwork.
And she says, "I got paperwork."
Before
the whole
anybody
thing-
thinks, go
when
ahead.
he says, "Take the pot of water off the stove," I mean, why not just turn off the
turn it.
stove? Turn off the stove. You can boil that water later. But no, I want you to take that water off the stove. And then he has her lift it up. And then he shoots her for having it. That was, I got to tell you, I watched it over and over trying to see, okay, maybe there was some accidental, maybe there was some kind of accidental something. There was no, I couldn't see anything that was.
She was pouring it out, and then he told her to drop the pot, and that's when she cowered to the floor. So she actually did pop back up and throw the pot, but it was over half empty by then because she had poured most of it out in the sink.
Yeah, because if you watch it in slow-mo, it's up above her head and tilted. I bet there was probably only that much water in the bottom of that because it would have sloshed all over before she even threw it.
Yeah.
So there was no reason.
And before anybody thinks I'm Monday morning quarterbacking this dude, let you in on a little secret. I train police cadets. I'm familiar with procedure. The second they knew she had a mental issue, they should have backed up and called for a mental health advocate. There are people on every shift who can respond and talk to mental health patients to help diffuse the situation.
I'm going to go back to what I said. Was it Friday's subscriber show or Thursday's subscriber show? I said, I don't know who this guy's related to. I don't know what the connection is, but I look at his past. There's no way this guy should have been a fucking cop. There's no way. He had to be connected to someone. There's got to be something. Why forces kept hiring him.
And that's what's killing me right now. Because everybody knows I know Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell didn't hire this dude. And it has to be more people than Jack Campbell. Yes, Jack Campbell is the sheriff, which means he's the boss. But he's a small part of the whole hiring process.
He does not have anything to do.
Sheriff Campbell needs to resign over this. No, he doesn't.
It's not Sheriff Campbell's fault. It's
I don't
know who hired him.
He has nothing to do with the hiring. It goes through the HR process, and it might be Campbell's signature on the paperwork, but it's a rubber stamp. He has nothing to do with the hiring.
He was originally a Macoupin County Sheriff's deputy, and then he became a cop in Verdun and Auburn and all these other cities.
And we have a service record right here.
Yeah, it's crazy how many departments this guy worked for.
Oh, come back here. Why won't it? Would you blow that up?
By the way, Caddy's in the chat room saying that he heard from a friend of his that the police have gone to that house multiple times. They knew the woman had mental issues.
Right.
Yeah. So they should not have responded without a mental health advocate. So this dude from August of 20 to July of 21, Pawnee, part-time in Kincaid from February of 21 to May of 21. Verdun from May of 21 to December of 21. He went full-time at Auburn 7 of 21 to May of 22. Then he went to Logan County 5 of 22 to April of 23. And then he started Sangamon County in May of 23.
And he was
during that time, he has a record of abusing his authority, being a bully, and DUI.
Yeah, which is crazy. And he was always given a chance to resign before being fired.
Right.
Yeah,
from all those different jurisdictions. And then finally he gets on with Sangamon County and does this. Holy shit.
When you resign, you're as long as they haven't started the punishment process,
right?
You're technically leaving on good standing, and that leaves you open for a job at a different department.
Yeah, I quit because I didn't like this, I didn't like that. Yeah.
It's craziness, but it sounds It
They
just
won't
sounds
give
like
me
he
enough
quit
hours.
before he got fired. It's 6 different departments. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Well, some of them he was working simultaneously. There were a couple of those where he's part-time in this town and part-time in that.
Yeah.
And is the guy married? Did we?
He has a girlfriend.
Engaged.
He always engaged.
And they blasted her name all over freaking
Oh.
social media
Oh,
too.
it's not
Her
her
name,
fault.
where she lives, and her
Oh.
where she works.
And her picture, and they never should
Yeah.
have done that.
Oh, is she good? Look, she hot? Because Steve's
She's
looking.
a good looking girl.
Steve's looking. Yeah.
Yeah, because she'll be
wow.
available because $10 says she broke up with him the next
Oh.
day.
Yeah.
Poor girl. But I mean, I do feel sorry for that girl.
Oh yeah.
Karen wants to know if he's eligible for pension. I think if he is convicted, he will lose his pension
Right. Yeah.
because he's probably on. At this point, I think he still technically has a job, but he's on unpaid leave.
No, he's been fired.
Yeah.
Oh, has he been fired? Okay,
He has
well
been
then,
fired.
So when he
okay,
was
so
charged,
then he
they fired
doesn't get it.
Yeah.
If he's been fired, he doesn't get a pension.
Yeah, he has been fired.
I mean, let's face it. He's gonna be in jail for a long.
Now the other dude is on unpaid leave. The other deputy is right now
Yeah.
is on unpaid.
Yeah,
leave.
the guy who was doing good, he's on some kind of unpaid leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually normal process for people involved in a questionable shooting.
I thought
They
I thought
relieve
they
you.
were kind of paid leave.
I mean,
If it's a justifiable shooting, it's paid leave with mental health support. If it's under investigation, most departments will relieve you of your badge and your gun, and you'll be on unpaid leave pending the investigation.
Oh man. By the way, Holly said it's on TMZ. Oh my god.
oh god.
It's everywhere.
And just it's hard to I've worked with guys and all that police, but man, and for the dude the good dude, for him to have to, I don't know how long it seemed like it took forever for ambulance to get there and everything, for him to sit there and hold her and she was still breathing because he says, oh, she's still gasping. She's gasping.
And I know the guy. That's the guy that wanted to go out and get the medical kit, and the guy who shot said no. Like wouldn't. I mean, it's just have they announced the other guy's name yet?
I don't think so.
Because I haven't heard the other guy's name.
Nobody's announced it. But
Well, his partner referred to him as a dipshit.
yeah, his partner called him a dipshit.
Yeah, it was.
No, the shooter called this guy a dipshit for trying to stop the bleeding.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, because after that happened, they were outside talking to the other deputies, and he asked, they were asking who all was inside, and he goes, "Oh well, it was just me and dipshit."
Yeah.
But you're such a dick.
Yeah.
He was just a dick the entire time.
And not to get too gross or graphic, but the breathing that was heard on the video, that is agonal respirations. It's not actual functional breathing.
Oh.
So once you're in agonal respirations, you're technically already gone.
Right.
Yeah, it's
But at least he was trying. This other guy said, I'm not going to waste my medical kit on her. And then he walked out and never came back.
Yeah. Until everybody else was there.
Yep. And where this location was, this was north of Stevenson Drive, east of 11th Street. So back there in the Cabbage Patch, like south of, what park is that? Is that Bun Park over there?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So back in that area.
On 11th.
Yeah. So it's back behind north of Stevenson, back behind Bun Park, in an area of town. One of the areas of town known as a donut hole because the city surrounds it.
Yeah.
But it's all county inside.
Yeah. Because it was Hanover Park. It was Hanover Park where it was. So, which is an incorporated part of the city.
A lot of the ambulances, that time of the morning, they may not have had that many on duty. And they were probably they'll sit up at Clear Lake and Dirksen. One will sit there and one will sit over on Veterans Parkway. And they'll take, the dispatchers will look at the screen and take the closest ambulance and send them. And it did take a while. But to be honest, the ambulance could have been sitting right outside and it wouldn't have done any good.
Unbelievable. I just, the whole thing shocked me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was expecting it was going to be bad because I had heard what they charged him. But I was watching the video to see, okay, well, there must have been something. And then when I watched the video, I was just shocked.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching, I'm going, why the fuck did he just shoot her? She didn't.
He turns his camera on as soon as he tells whether watch commander whoever, oh, she threw a pot of water at me. No, she didn't throw it at you on purpose.
No.
Well, if you watch,
they go, the water's just about to hit my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is after he shot her.
Yeah, she actually, if you watch his body camera real closely, you can see her throw the pot at him. And you can see where it lands. You can see the pot sitting in the chair steaming afterwards. But that was not a threat. That is not a credible threat. You just step to the left and let the water go by.
The whole thing.
And then after he pulled the trigger, he activates the record function on his camera.
It's just crazy. The whole thing. Is crazy.
He knew when he pulled the trigger. Fuck. God damn it. Fuck. You're right, buddy.
Why did you? I mean, the whole. Like, why did you shoot that? Well, that's what I'm thinking when I watch it. I go, why did you shoot that poor woman?
She's a little 110-pound woman.
Yeah.
There was no need at all.
Yeah, she was at no point was she a credible threat. All he had to do was back up. But she went into survival mode when he drew his gun. He was already talking to her shitty. He was already treating her like less than a person, and then he drew his gun and approached her.
Before he even got in the house, we heard, "Well, give her time to put the drugs away." We heard all his comments.
So he's a racist, arrogant prick looking for trouble. And then he drew his gun when he didn't need to, and it put her into survival mode. And, being slightly not in your right mind like that, you're going to go into survival mode and defend yourself.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Someone who was totally in their right mind would have put their hands up and backed away from the pot. But she was scared for her life, and she stood up and threw the pot.
I will tell you that the thing that seems different about this case than anything else I've heard, I haven't heard anyone defending this cop's actions.
No.
Like when
we've seen a few on Facebook.
The comments, they pissed me off. And you know who it is making these comments?
Yeah, there are people making comments in support of the cop.
They're all white males. Every fucking one of them.
Every single one of the people who have something. Well, she shouldn't have done that, and she shouldn't have done this. Every single one of them, 100% of them, is a white male in 20 to 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've seen, like, when George Floyd was killed in Minneapolis, there were people that were defending the cop. But I haven't seen anyone defending. You said you've seen on Facebook. I've watched this video. I don't see any, and I just haven't heard anyone defending him.
Yeah, she's so upset by this. She will sit for hours and just scroll all the posts and comments about this. And she's made notes about some of this. And there was, out of all the ones she saw the other day, 99% of them were white males, and one was a white female.
Well, I'm just going with what I've heard. Now, I've heard that Governor Pritzker called this woman's parents.
Yep.
President Biden called this woman's parents. I heard that
Mayor Misty Busher put out a post condemning this guy's actions.
Yeah.
Jack Campbell put out a statement.
Sheriff Campbell took. The Illinois State Police did it. John Milheiser, the district attorney, did. Everyone has put out statements saying how wrong this police officer was. So I'm saying that this is the first time that
it's a first.
It seems everyone has a shared belief of this cop was wrong.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a first, but
there's not a single person who matters that's on his side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you said that you've seen on Facebook people defending him.
Yes, I've seen several comments.
I'm sure of all those things I saw on TikTok. I didn't go through any of the comments. I just took counting how many times I saw a different video. I'm sure there were on TikTok too. I'm sure there was, because it was, like I said, it's all over the nation right now. So.
Yeah, I know that I've seen people from other towns. I've seen people from other towns going, "Oh, Springfield, they're going to riot over this."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, so I'm saying I don't think anybody's going to riot because everybody's in agreement.
Yeah.
This is wrong.
If somehow if somehow they don't throw the entire book at him, then you might see a riot. But for right now, I think it's all peaceful protests.
Yeah.
Holly says she has this dude's entire family pulled up, and there's one name that stands out. But Holly, do not put that in this show. Keep that to yourself, please.
Well, I said the other day, I wonder who he's related to, because it's usually he's related to somebody that ends up getting, all these jobs. But I don't even know. I certainly don't know. The whole thing is crazy.
Yeah.
The whole thing is this whole thing was shocking.
Oh.
It was so much crazier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I expected there to be, a lot of times situations like this are, well, you can kind of see why the cop thought he had to do that.
Mm-hmm.
This is not
one of them.
This is not the case.
And I found myself feeling sorry for the officer that was with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God, that guy was involved in it. I didn't feel sorry. I did not feel sorry for the guy. I felt extremely horrible for the woman and her family. I immediately had a sense of, oh my God, that poor woman. And then I felt, oh my God, that guy was there. You know what I mean? But I had nothing. I had no feelings but contempt for the officer that shot the woman. It's hard not to dislike that man.
Oh yeah.
I could not stay neutral as hard as I've tried. I could not stay neutral. And then I started thinking about, what's a jury going to say? I don't know how you'd find a jury that would.
No,
he's pleaded not guilty.
They're going to have to file for a change of venue. There is no way in hell he's going to get a fair trial in this county or any county close by. They will have to file for a change of venue.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they'll have to go.
God.
And he's not even in Sangamon County right now. He's in Menard County.
I know they had to move. They moved into Menard County because they said they couldn't even put him in jail here.
Oh yeah.
No, because he knows all the jailers and he knows all the cops, and they put him. They can't put him where he might have an advantage. They have to put him in Menard County, and they're going to have to try him in a different county because there's no way they could. Yeah. Regardless of what he did, you have to give him a fair trial.
Yeah,
and that can't be done in Sangamon County.
He's probably going to have to move over to Rockford area. So
but listen, I can't. I don't know how anyone justifies what he did. I mean, and how are you not going to show that video to a jury?
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever the prosecutor is, no matter what county, they're going to show.
Oh yeah.
It might be Milheiser might take it himself, but he might try it in another different county. How the hell does he not show the video?
Yeah.
And how does the jury watch that video and find this guy not guilty?
I will bet my entire paycheck the defense will file to suppress that video, and it'll get denied because that is all of the evidence. He can tell his story all day without a video and make it sound like he did the right thing, but without that video.
Yeah, from the time they get out of the car, from the time they get out of the squad cars. Yeah.
And when people, I just can't see anyone. I can't see anyone watching that video.
I said, oh, yeah, he did the right thing.
And then, deciding that somehow he was in the right.
And that's why they will file to suppress, because everybody who watches that video is going to say, yeah, this guy's guilty. So they're going to the defense team, I can almost promise you, will file to not allow that into evidence.
Yeah.
And just go based off of his story and the other officer's story, but they have to allow that in.
But I just don't see any way. I don't see any way he wins that.
No. And just to as an example of his level of arrogance, afterwards he was outside and the other cops showed up and they're all checking on him. Hey, are you okay? He says, yeah, I'm good. This fucking bitch is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I heard that. Oh my God.
He was from the moment he received the call, he was biased.
It's crazy.
Cindy Loping says, "Is there any truth that the shooter has third stage colon cancer? So what if he does?
Yeah, I haven't heard that. I don't know.
Why does that matter?
That just
Unless
means
he had a
he's a
brain
guilty
tumor that was
shooter.
affecting his.
He's a guilty shooter that has third stage colon. That's all it means.
That's all that means. Yeah.
He's a dirty cop with
Unless
third stage, you know.
unless he had a brain tumor that was affecting his thinking, that doesn't play into things. You know, I don't care what you're dying of. You don't get to share your death with other people like that.
It's the video is so shocking.
Yeah.
It's just so shocking because he turns like that.
And she says at the beginning, she says, "Don't hurt me." And he said, "Why would we hurt you? You called us."
Yeah. Cindy says only point is he won't serve time. No, it just means they'll fix it. They'll fix it in prison.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He'll serve time with a colostomy bag.
If he does have colon cancer, they'll fix him in prison. That's in prison they do. If you have some kind of malady like that, they'll fix you up so you could serve the rest of your time. But I don't see any way this guy doesn't spend at least 25 years in jail or something, right? Am I crazy?
And I hope every day of that is on the receiving end of some gloriously hard prison sex.
I'm telling you, it's just I don't see any way.
I hope he develops a taste for pillows because I want him to bite the pillow for the entire time that he's in there.
I'm telling you, it's just crazy. Oh, Stice says they were trying to use that to get him out.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, his bail got denied. His bail was denied almost immediately.
Yeah. And they will have to put him in segregation. No matter where they put him, it can't be Gen Pop.
Oh, because everybody's like, oh, he's the cop. He's a cop that shot somebody.
Yeah. I thought the perfect punishment would be to put him in Gen Pop in Macon County.
Oh yeah, do it.
Didn't the guy who killed in Minneapolis, the guy who killed I just said
Floyd.
I just said the guy's name who died.
Floyd.
Yeah, Floyd. The guy who killed Floyd, didn't he get beaten up or something in jail? Didn't something happen to him while he was in jail?
Well, I'm sure it did. I don't remember.
But I hope he did.
He probably got choked out.
Good.
I'll tell you, man, it's just watching this video.
It was disturbing. I was like you. I wasn't going to watch it. I thought, then Bubba messaged me and said, "Did you watch that fucking video?" I said, "Yeah, I watched that dude's fuck, man."
I was gonna watch it, but I told you the reason I watched it. The reason I watched it is I said, I've got to see what I have to see what happened to make the guy shoot. I was like, I just got to watch that. And that's why I watched it. And there was nothing. Nothing happened to make him shoot.
No. He was, I will bring up the topic of credible threat again. There was no credible threat. He did not even have a reason to draw his weapon.
No, it was all because she said, this is what she said to him. "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." That's all she said to him. And then he said, word for word, this is what he said: "You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face."
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And she
said, "Okay, I'm sorry." And she to the ground.
Yep. So he's a dumbass and had no idea what she was saying and misinterpreted it. And he took it as a threat. But, he's probably all jacked up on gym supplements and energy drinks and, being dumber than a box of hair.
I've watched it and I just can't see any reason. I can't see any reason why he shot. And I don't see any reason why anyone would defend him. I don't know the guy. I don't know the guy. I can't,
It's not like she lunged at him or ran at him or
She,
came at him any kind of way. Nothing like that.
she looked like she weighed 100 pounds, and
They stated, it was stated somewhere she weighed 110 pounds. She was a little bitty thing.
yeah.
And she was,
I'm sorry. I'm a black female, little bitty thing, standing there against these two big brutes, these white males with guns in my face. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to do something to defend myself. I'm sorry.
She called the police because she thought there was an intruder at her house.
yes, she was reporting a prowler. When they got there, they found her windows were busted out in her in the car in her driveway.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she had a legitimate complaint.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, when I originally heard this case, I thought she called for a prowler. And then when the cops showed up and went in the house, maybe she fired at them because she thought they were the prowlers. But that is not what happened.
I thought, and I had heard from someone that they confused her with the prowler, and they thought she was the prowler. But that was not, that's not what I saw. What I saw was the cops are talking to her. This guy's very rude. The other guy seemed nice to her, and all he wanted was information. And this guy, from the moment he walked, before he walked in, he was making racist and he was making biased statements. And then he was mean to her. And then he pulled his weapon and shot her for no cause. I've watched it several times, looking specifically. I was like, okay, let me see the reason. What was the reason he pulled the gun? There was no reason.
No reason.
And then once he had it pulled, he was determined to use it. He was looking for a reason to pull the trigger. If she had stayed on the floor and just farted real loud, he would have shot at her.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And I said, why was she carrying the boiling water? And then he told her, he said, remove that water from the stove. So the reason she picked it up is he told her to pick it up.
Right.
And then he shot her. It was just crazy.
3 times. Well, he hit her once.
Yeah.
He shot 3 times.
3 shots.
He shot right in her head.
Get into that. Shot her in the eye.
Yeah.
Is that where it goes?
Shot.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Shot her in the eye and it came out her neck.
Oh, God damn.
So that was a downward.
Yeah, because the way she was ducked.
Yeah, because she was cowered down on the floor.
I don't blame. By the way, I don't blame her.
Mm.
If some lunatic started shooting at me, I'd want to get low too. But holy shit! The whole thing was just so disturbing, and it was hard to watch. And
you know, if you're worried about the water, you have a couple options. You can have her turn it off, or you can just ask her to stay there in the living room away from the water. Let's go ahead and continue our conversation in here. Let's stay in here where there are no pots of boiling water. Just stay, and then have the other cop go turn the stove off.
Or ask your partner, hey, why don't you take that off the stove while I cover her?
Yeah. Have the other keep her away from the water in the living room where there are no kind of threat at all, and send the other cop in just shut it off.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I watched it specifically with trying to find reasons why there was a shooting, and I could not find. I could not find any.
You were talking about it going national. Puddin lives in Connecticut, and he's seen the news stories. He's watched the video.
The whole thing.
Well, it's been on every major news network: NBC, CBS, ABC.
Yeah.
World News Tonight.
I think the man he himself is less than human, and he needs to be put to sleep like an animal.
The whole thing is nuts, man. It's really, really bizarre. It was worse. It was worse than I ever thought it was going to be. When I heard they were going to release it and stuff, I was like, oh, well, this is Yeah, and like I said, I was watching it, and I'm gonna say, okay, let's see what this is, but it was 100 times worse than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any way this guy doesn't get found guilty.
Yeah, it's not possible. You are not going to find a sympathetic juror anywhere.
Well, and Christina said she found people on Facebook that were somehow.
Yeah, they were commenting and defending him. Well, she shouldn't have had the water. She shouldn't have tossed water at him. She shouldn't, it's her fault. It's her fault. No, motherfucker, it wasn't.
I've watched it and I just couldn't find I couldn't find any justification for him doing what he did. I really couldn't.
No.
I am shocked that you found people that were defending him.
I was shocked too. I'm like, how could you defend him? Did you watch the same video that I watched? Because there's no way.
Yeah, and some of the things we saw on TikTok, they were only partial videos. They left out some of the important bits.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, stopped it where,
Yeah.
They're only seeing what they want to see.
Yeah, and even if they watch the entire video, they're only going to see what they want to see because they've already got their opinion in their head.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a video where a black woman gets shot by a cop. They've already got their opinion in their head, regardless of what evidence they see. Well, she shouldn't have done that, or she deserved it, or whatever. Because if you're in any way defending him, if you in any way think he didn't do something wrong, you're a racist.
It's the whole thing is, I'm telling you, man, I just couldn't find any justification for what he did. Nothing.
No.
Like I said, and I'm going to stick by this. Had he never drawn his gun, there was no reason for him to draw it anyway.
Yeah.
Had he never drawn his gun, this would have never fucking happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't have.
You told her to turn the water off. Now back the fuck up and let her turn the water off. You don't draw your gun and approach her.
No.
You presented her with a credible threat.
Yeah. I just, man.
Because she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And she's an entire room away.
With a countertop in the way. You know what? We should actually try to recreate this.
I told Cindy that yesterday. I was talking to Cindy Loping about all this yesterday, about the video. And I told her too. I said, if you haven't watched it, don't watch it because it's going to upset you really bad. I said, but you know what? I said, I want to go home and take a pan of water and see actually how far I can throw it.
Yeah, and see if I can step out of the way.
Yeah.
Throw it
If
at
you're
me and I'll step out of it.
if you're 110 pounds, how far are you going to throw water?
Yeah. Even a half a pot of water. How much ass can you put behind it to make it any good?
Because it was a great big stock pot is what it was. There's no way. That little bitty woman, there's no way it would have ever made it to him.
And by the way, her family, I did see some of her family statements. The family statements, man, God bless them. Some of their statements were.
Yeah, because they're not, burning to the ground, put him to death and all that. They're
very, I mean, it's really something. I don't know how they do it because if it was my daughter, oh my God, I can't imagine how outraged I was. But I saw her father speaking, and he was asking people no riots, let the process play out.
Keep it peaceful. Keep it peaceful. That's and so far it has been, and it's just I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have been, let's keep it peaceful. I'd have been on the news saying burn this motherfucker to the ground.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I got to tell you, so there's been a lot of things about this that have been very moving. And the fact that there hasn't been, there is no violence. This town is a very peaceful town.
Yeah. Except for 1908.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. It was the town where the original, when they talk about atrocities that have gone on in this country, you talk about Tulsa and you talk about but 1908 here in Springfield were the
race riots
that ended up that formed the NAACP, right?
Yeah, that was the basis of the NAACP.
Yeah, so
he's going.
It's just crazy. Yeah, but and by the way, and Karen says if the cop had not been arrested, there might have been some trouble. Yeah, but they arrested him immediately when they watched it. And I guess that somehow the Illinois State Police get the body cam footage first, and the second they watched it, boom, he was arrested.
Yep. As soon as they watched it, they said, "Go arrest him."
Yeah. So, man, it's the whole thing is nuts. The whole thing is just crazy. So I wanted to comment on it because the video was just released Monday afternoon. So, but I wanted to comment on it, and I figured this is the first show back. And I want to thank Christina and Steve for you guys not mentioning it yesterday, because I did tell Christina. I told Christina on Monday night, I said, let me talk about this when I get back.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about it without you.
I said, so I don't want you guys talking about it. And so I want to thank them for not bringing it up yesterday and allowing us to talk about it today. And if you haven't seen the video, I'd say take our word for it and not watch it, because it's very disturbing.
Yeah. At this point,
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
It's very, very just.
I mean, they blur some
upsetting.
things out, but you can still tell what it is. So just take our word for it.
But
Don't watch.
I hesitate to say this, but I'm not unfamiliar with the type of person that guy is.
No, and
There's a lot of guys just like that live here.
There's a lot of guys just like that in that position.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
There are a lot of people that you run into in this town who are exactly like that guy.
Yeah.
And I wish that wasn't the case, but it is.
You know, and this has nothing to do with this, but this has something to do with what happened yesterday. And I didn't realize that my comment would be would be like another person was hit by a train. And somebody got in there and said, "How are there so many people getting hit by the train?" I'll tell you why there's so many people getting hit by the train. Because the mental health sucks so bad. It's very easy for these people to walk on the train tracks and get hit by the train. That fucking train can't stop. So these people that are homeless and having mental problems, they see that as the ultimate out. How are these people getting hit by trains?
Mental health care in this country sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks.
Because it's not something we can see, and it's not something we can fix with a cast or a Band-Aid, so fuck off.
But exactly. I think there's in this country there are people in charge that say, well, we could pay for this, or we could just let them die. I really think that's an issue.
Because you know,
that's an issue.
And then I get people that say, well, Steve Stanton, how would you know? So I'm going to tell you right now, this is how Steve Stanton knows. Steve Stanton lived it. His dad's, he has suicide in his family. Steve Stanton has attempted suicide. And Steve Stanton, he can go to the hospital if he wants. But you know what? They're just going to say, oh, we're going to give you some Ativan or something like that to calm you down. And they're going to send you on your fucking way.
Yeah, we're not going to. There's some wiring wrong in there. We're not going to fix it. We're going to give you a Band-Aid to cover it up.
Exactly. Well, Mr. Stanton, what kind of insurance do you have? Well, I have Medicaid. Oh, well, fuck that. Yeah. We don't want anything. You're not going to find a fucking psychiatrist that'll see you on fucking Medicare and Medicaid.
Well, it is. The woman obviously had some mental illness, and like a lot of people with mental illness, they don't take their pills. And it looked like perhaps she wasn't taking her pills, but
a lot of times that happens because they take their medicine and they start to feel better and they think, all right, cool, I don't need to take this anymore, I'm better. Yeah. So they stop taking it. Then they get that up and down cycle, and it just gets worse and worse the longer it goes.
And I knew someone in my past, I knew that they had mental illness, and they took pills. I knew someone a very attractive person who had mental illness. And when she took pills, it did something to the sex drive or it did something that affected her sexually. So the girl,
she wasn't interested.
So she'd go on these binges where she wouldn't take her pills.
Just so she
like when she'd hook up with a guy,
right.
She wouldn't take her pills. So
she would enjoy it.
Yeah, so she would enjoy sex, or there was a reason like that. But
yeah,
this girl was very attractive, very talented, but she wouldn't take her medicine, man. She was a mess. And you know what I mean? There's a lot of situations like that where there's always another undercurrent reason why they don't take the medicine. And
right.
That is the number one reason why every shift has a mental health advocate on it. So when you run into a situation like that, you back up, you don't press the issue, you call for a mental health advocate to come and talk to this person to help de-escalate. And to be honest, there was nothing to de-escalate at that point, but they still should have had a mental health advocate there to talk to this woman like a person and not like the way he was talking to her. Because had that happened, none of this ever would have taken place.
The police have come to this house so many times.
Yep.
They have showed up at this house.
There is a way to tag in the dispatching system houses where situations like that occur. We had one on the fire department when we had mental health cases that were frequent. We call them frequent flyers. It's an offensive term, but that's what we use. Dispatch would mark those houses in their terminal so that if a call came from this house, we would automatically know, okay, this is one of those houses, take mental health precautions. And if we did it in Christian County, they should have been able to do it in Sangamon County and had the right resources either there already or en route.
Well, I just can't see how you're on your way to a home where someone there has a mental issue.
Yeah.
Why would that visit end in shooting?
Yeah. They picked the wrong unit to go to that call, first of all.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah, so I don't know. If you haven't watched the video,
don't
watch it.
Don't.
Puddin says his ex was like that. She took pills to help her, and when she felt good, she stopped taking the pills. That is an all too common story. That happens probably 75% of the time.
Or part of some mental illnesses, they get convinced the pills are poison or whatever, and they stop taking them too. So, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons why people won't take pills, but when you don't take them, you're not right.
Yeah, it's a brain wiring or a brain chemistry thing, and it's not something you can control.
And this poor woman was shot. I'm telling you, it is crazy. But I wanted to comment on it, and we don't have any more time today. We're out of time. Tonight, I want to try to do concession stand because I really want to talk about Deadpool. But guys, my right back is really, the right side of my back is really hurting. And Tom said, if we want, maybe we could do it Friday night, because then Tom's going to see Deadpool, I think, on Friday.
It comes out Friday night, right?
Yeah, but Tom's going to see it. Tom sees it early on Friday morning, I think.
Okay.
So if I can't do it tonight, guys, maybe we'll do concession stand on a Friday night or something, because it's I don't know how I'm going to get out of this chair and walk to the living room because of the pain. So don't be surprised if I get a miraculous thing that happens today. We'll do the show, but if not, look for me to move the show, because I really want to. I usually just let Jason co-host with Tom, but I really want to do this week's show because of Deadpool, and so maybe we'll wait for Tom to watch it and then do it Friday night.
There aren't many movies that I am just over the top excited about. This is one of them.
Right? Yeah. This could be the big movie of this year. So I definitely want to do a review show of it, and Tom sees it on Friday, so maybe we'll do it Friday night. But yeah, that's where I think we're gonna go.
All
And
right.
baby Jesus, please heal Ray's back. Yes. I don't know. I don't know what man, it's really hurting. It is. Baby Jesus, please, baby Jesus, will you please come down to earth and take your healing lips from the Lord and put your healing lips on my back to take away the pain and gently kiss my back. Gently soothingly kiss my back gently. Do not mind the
Massage his
smell.
muscles with your holy lips.
Don't mind the smell coming from other areas that are close
Oh,
by.
my God.
Just kiss me gently and take away this pain, baby Jesus. In God's name, amen.
What the?
If you can please,
Oh,
you can
all righty
please
then.
fix me. Karen's baby Jesus doesn't need to come down to earth. He can do that shit from anywhere. All right, baby Jesus,
That's
baby Jesus,
yeah. That's she has a point.
please take your
Touch.
sweet baby lips and put them upon my back
He doesn't have to smell the ass.
Yep.
and shoot or baby Jesus, could you give Steve your power and have Steve come over
Huh?
and rub his
Be
healing
careful
nose,
what you're asking for. Have him
rub
spray his healing
nose
juices.
against my lower back.
Have him spray his healing juices all over your back.
All right, that's it for today.
Thank God.
Yeah, no concession stand. I'm just gonna say it, no concession stand tonight. I promise we'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do some stretching and take more. I've been on muscle relaxers for 2 days now. It hasn't done a damn thing. So here's the hoping something works. And you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching the show today. We will be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.